Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. My name is Danial and I, with my friend AHMAD, Raffiq, NASRULLAH and Onie, NATASHA, will present to you about our course BELK3403, Power Distribution System Design, and the question that we got is about compliance of electrical wiring for a single phase bungalow. So today we will explore the compliance of electrical wiring practices conducted by a registered wireman for a single phase bungalow. Electrical installation must adhere to stringent safety and regulatory standards to ensure the safety of the inhabitants and the integrity of the system. In this scenario, the wireman installed a residual current circuit breaker or RCCB with a rating of 30 mA for a water heater in the bathroom and a miniature circuit breaker or MCB rated at 20 amp for a lighting circuit using a 1.5 mm square PVC cable. This analysis will assess whether this practice aligns with the Electricity Regulation 1994 and the principles of safety, legality, working culture, public interest, and societal contributions. We will systematically evaluate the issue and propose solution to enhance compliance and safety. Okay, next. The installation details are as follows. First, the RCCB installed for the bathroom water heater has a rating of 30 mA. This value is standard for protecting against electrocution in wet environments, like bathroom. The RCCB is designed to cut off power when it detects a leakage current, safeguarding individuals from potential electrical shocks. Next, a 20 MCB was installed to protect a lighting circuit, but it was paired with a 1.5 mm square PVC cable. This is a key point of concern because the cable capacity might not align with the high current rating of the MCB. Lighting currents typically operate at lower current level, and using such a high rated MCB with an undersized cable raise questions about compliance with regulations and safety standards. By reviewing these details, we will assess the potential hazard and the wireman's adherence to the applicable standards. Now, let us delve into the regulation. The Electricity Regulation 1994 specifies requirements for electrical installations. According to Regulation 36, residual current devices like RCCB must be used in installation, particularly in areas prone to wet conditions, to protect against earth leakage currents. This means that the wireman choice of a 30 mA RCCB for the water heater align with this regulation. On the other hand, Regulation 15 outlines that all conductors, cables, and accessories must be sufficient in size, power, and construction to serve their intended purpose. The MCB, rated at 20 amp, exceeds the capacity of the 1.5 mm square cable. Violating Regulation 15, the mismatch can lead to overheating, cable insulation failure, and possibly even fires. Understanding this regulation highlights the needs for compliance to ensure safety and reliability.
My name is Raffiq, and now this slide shows about the assessment of compliance. So the analysis of the installation, the RCCB is fully compliant with Regulation 36, while the MCB and cable is non-compliant for lighting circuits. 1.5 mm square is insufficient for 20 ampere in Regulation 15. The RCCB meets the requirement. The 20 MCB with 1.5 mm cable violates Regulation 15, which require appropriate sizing to avoid overheating. When we assess the compliance of the installation, we find a mix of conformity and non-conformity. The RCCB installation meets the requirement outlined in Regulation 36. This device is crucial for preventing fatal electric shocks in wet environments, ensuring the safety of users in the bathroom. However, the use of a 20 ampere MCB with a 1.5 mm square PVC cable is problematic. Cables of this size are typically rated for a maximum of 15 ampere under normal conditions. By pairing it with a 20 ampere breaker, the wireman has created a potential safety hazard. In the event of an overload, the cable might overheat before the breaker trips, increasing the risk of fire. Such practices demonstrate a lapse in compliance with Regulation 15, which requires all components to be correctly rated to avoid danger. Now is for the safety implication. So, why is compliance with electrical regulation so important? The primary reason is the safety. Improper installation pose risk to both properties and lives. Incorrect cable sizing leads to overheating risk and also fire hazard. The RCCB plays a vital role in safety by cutting off power during earth leakage currents as low as 30 mA. It protects individuals from fatal shocks. This is especially critical in wet environments where the risk of electrical accident is heightened. Adhering to regulation ensures public safety. Improper cable sizing can cause overheating and fires, while RCCBs are critical in protecting against electrical collisions, particularly in wet areas. However, the improper pairing of the 20 ampere MCB and 1.5 mm square cable creates a significant hazard. If an overload occurs, the cable might overheat, leading to insulation failure and potentially a fire. Overheat cables can also emit toxic fumes, compounding risk for occupants. Adherence to proper cable sizing and breaker ratings is non-negotiable when it comes to safeguarding lives and properties. Okay, this slide shows about the legal and professional standard. Why is compliance with electrical regulation so important? The primary reason is safety. The improper installations pose risk to both property and lives. The regulation violence can lead to license revocation, which is in Regulation 7, and also penalties or prosecution. The RCCB plays a vital role in safety by cutting off power during earth leakage currents as low as 30 mA. It protects individuals from fatal shocks. This is especially critical in wet environments where the risk of electrical accidents is heightened. Violating electrical standard can result in penalties or loss of certification for the wireman, highlighting the importance of strict adherence to regulations. Okay, so however, the improper pairing of the 20 ampere MCB and 1.5 mm square cables create a significant hazard. If an overload occurs, the cable may overheat, leading to insulation failure and potential of fire. Overheat cables can also emit toxic fumes, compounding risk for occupants. Adhering to proper cable sizing and breaker ratings is non-negotiable when it comes to safeguarding lives and properties.
Beyond legal compliance, the culture of professionalism and ethics in electrical work is paramount. A responsible wireman should prioritize safety and quality over convenience or cost cutting. This means carefully selecting components, double-checking ratings, and adhering to industry standards. Then, promoting a culture of ongoing learning is essential in this field. Electrical regulations and technologies is evolve, and wiremen must keep their skills and knowledge up to date through regular training and certification programs. Cultivating this mindset ensure that installations are safe, reliable, and aligned with best practice. Electrical compliance is not just about individual safety. It serves broader public interest. Reliable electrical installation contribute to the well-being of society by preventing accidents, reducing the burden on emergency service, and also safeguarding properties. When wiremen adhere to regulations, they build trust with clients and communities. A safe electrical system ensures peace of mind for the homeowners and reduce the risk of costly repairs or catastrophic failure. In this way, compliance with regulation has a ripple effect, enhancing public safety and also contributing positively to society. To address the issues identified, I propose a three-pronged approach. First is education by conduct regular workshops and training programs to ensure wiremen are aware of the latest regulation and best practice. Second is monitoring and enforcement by increased inspections and enforce penalties for non-compliance to maintain high standard in the industry. Lastly is upgrading standard by encourage the adoption of modern, safer components and techniques to reduce risk. By implementing this solution, we'll ensure that installations are not only compliant but also robust and future-proof.
As for the conclusion, the compliance of electrical installation with the Electricity Regulation 1994 is critical for ensuring safety, legality and societal benefits. While the wiremen in this case demonstrated partial compliance with the use of an RCCB, the mismatch between the MCB rating and cable size highlights the importance of adhering to all regulations. By fostering a culture of professionalism, prioritizing safety and enforcing standards, we can ensure that electrical installation serve society reliably and safely. Let us commit to maintaining this standard for a safer, more secure future for all. That's all from me. Thank you.